You may recall me stating from past lessons that voice instructors suffer a great dilemma when it comes to training the singing voice. We have the challenge of training feelings. In other words, I cannot directly explain certain functions of the voice because it's not as if we turn on a switch or flip a lever and then suddenly we're singing correctly. There is a very sizable amount of voice training that is felt more than it is observed. This is clearly the case when it comes to teaching controlled exhalation as it applies to voice. The phrase, "sing from your diaphragm," is a great example of this. The idea behind this set of instructions is so that we generate strength from the lower part of our torso. But to do this, it may help to pretend that the voice is somehow produced there. So we inhale from the diaphragm and then we sing from that area. Now, the technical problem with this statement is that we, of course, do not generate sound from the diaphragm. Vocal sound is obviously generated inside the larynx through rapid beatings of air by the vocal folds, which are housed there. As a matter of fact, the diaphragm itself does not assist in exhalation at all, at least not in a muscle sense. It is through a release of air from the lungs alveoli, which have elasticity to them, and in turn expels carbon dioxide the same way a balloon forces air out when released. This is the way we expel air at rest. For forceful exhalation, there are 4 main muscle areas that expel the carbon dioxide from the lungs. These are the transversus muscles, which run from front to back and are the most important muscles behind forceful exhalation. The rectus abdominus. These are the muscles that we see when someone has a six-pack, although it's in actuality the tendons that sheave this muscle group into sections. Oddly enough, there are not just 6 of these muscle packs, there are more like 8. The intercostals. These are the muscles between your ribs and are also known as your rib raisers. When we eat ribs, we're actually eating these muscles. The intercostals work so well for us as singers that we will learn a special breathing technique later on that is based around these delicious muscles, which we aptly named intercostal breathing. This breathing technique is more difficult to inhale than regular diaphragmatic breathing, but is far more effective in the exhalation. This is why this technique has also been called the breathing of the stars. Number 4, the inner and outer obliques. These are muscles that are found in towards the lower back and sides. Number 5, Quadratus Lumborum. These are often quite simply called the back muscles and work directly with the intercostals. Many voice instructors actually place high emphasis on these muscles in particular, and is where we get the term back breathing. When we talk about forceful exhalation, it is these muscles that pressurize and blast the air from out of our lungs. The muscles, when strung together, resemble a circle or sphincter, and when they contract together, they literally squeeze the air out of our lungs.